It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Steve.
I hope you've got a towel to lift up the drool that you're about to have because they've already reduced the price.
What's it?
And you know what that means. Once they've already reduced it, that means they'll take 50% of what they're
desperate.
offering. They need the cash.
What's it at?
Is currently listed at $12,000.
Oh boy, that is at least $10,000 more than I want to pay.
Kyle.
Talking about travel had me realizing something. I don't know if this is as I get older. My fear is it's just me. And I'm now going to be looked at and think of myself.
I mean, it probably is. It's usually you tend to have your own unique outlook on the world.
Positive, right? So I had this question about travel.
Live on tape from APS 3 point whatever, it's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
Listen to that.
I had to mute notifications this week, Steve. So let me, if you could, and please, dear God, if you could keep it brief.
It's like, boy, we are a minute 30 in. I'm assuming, shamed for an interest.
No. I would never do that.
Would you?
No, I mean, we're longtime acquaintances.
Sure, yeah. We have,
why would I do that?
We have been in each other's orbit for, 15 years now?
Yeah. I do feel like if we recruited either my wife or your wife, or maybe both of them, to give 5 to 10 question quizzes about that person. What would Annette say are things about you that I should know or thinks I could know? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if, what's Kyle's favorite band? Or
right. Yeah.
Who is his childhood hero?
Yeah. What was Steve's
I have no idea.
Right.
No clue. I don't know anything about it.
And then we would have a sliding scale based on those 10 questions that would be asked by our significant others.
Yeah.
And to determine, 0 or 1, mortal enemies, obviously.
Yeah.
2 to 4, passing by acquaintances.
Right. Somebody that you pass on the street, maybe once a week, and you recognize them.
Yeah.
There's that guy.
Yeah. Closer to and maybe even 2 and 3 is person you went to high school with, but don't remember their face type of thing.
You hear their name and you're like,
yeah.
Did I go to high school with them?
Yeah.
Is that their maiden name or their married name?
Right. And then 4 to 5 is that acquaintance that is one of your spouse's cousins' spouses. It's you see him 2 to 3 times a year, but you don't really know anything about I think he used to have a motorcycle, something like that.
Was he the guy with the weird haircut?
That's right. And then anything above that would obviously be a sliding scale of acquaintance or close acquaintance or a friend. Right. And then obviously if we get 10 out of 10 on each other, it's best friends forever.
That's a good one. That's a novel idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea. Bringing the significant others to determine how well we do actually know each other. Because that's in lieu of the other idea we had, which you and I were going to audio record an hour of therapy where someone was going to go give us a therapy session together to figure out if this is deemed worthy to continue.
Yeah.
Or if we actually do know anything about each other.
I mean, I could get in touch with my old therapist.
Do you think she'd do a bit for us?
See if she would, maybe join us here in the studio or on Zoom or something.
Yeah.
And just a one-off.
Yeah.
We'll pay cash for it.
Well, I believe we have some listeners. Is it Brandy Rochelle? Rochelle is a therapist or in that line of work. We had somebody else who had the fat head in the corner of his bedroom for a couple of years. I believe was in that field as well. Yeah. Because the worst thing imaginable is we're recording this funny bit and somehow your therapist who you used to go to accidentally slips in well, how does that relate to your childhood trauma, Steve, or whatever? And you're like, wait, this isn't supposed to be real where you have notes. This is a
HIPAA violation.
This is a 55-minute bit for a podcast.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe we do keep it to the...
I do like the idea of having a listener who's a therapist on, and if they're not local, then we'll set up the monitor here, right between us.
Yes.
And we can zoom them in.
Yep.
And
we've got a camera right here. We just have to figure out how to use it.
Yeah, I mean, it still has the original twisty tie on the
we bought
cord,
that, didn't we?
on the cord, which means I don't think it's ever. Oh no, it's been used once.
We used it for Adnan.
Yeah, it was
we used it for
my buddy,
Okay.
my buddy Adnan Burke.
And then we've been talking
Big
about
Flyers fan.
We've been talking about trying to not transition, but to add a video element while we recorded this for a while. We just need to figure out how to do.
We just need to actually do it.
Well, there's a lot
There's so many.
I mean, that cord.
Button,
where does that plug into?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What could we possibly do?
I don't know where that thing goes. I can't even. I mean, from that, it could be USB, it could be an audio jack. Who knows?
I'll tell you what. You know when we can figure that out? Boy Weekend.
Oh!
Are we going to talk about? Should we talk about Boy Weekend?
We need to talk about Boy Weekend, but there's already too many things we need to get to. Because I started off by saying, and I don't want to leave this loose thread dangling there, that I had to mute notifications and turn them off. So can you give me the world's briefest of rundowns on where you're at? Because you reached out to our friend Johnny Chef.
I think a month ago. It took him a while to get back to us.
Who is currently in Japan.
Yeah.
In the military. But has an end date in Japan in the next year.
Yeah.
And after last week, or 2 weeks ago when we were talking somehow, must be the only podcast this year, talking about early 2000s Mitsubishi Delicas.
Look it up. Sweet ride.
What all the chicks are saying. Mm-hmm. Heaven forbid, Annette leaves you tomorrow and you're left with your toys. So you're showing up, you hit the gym or you do whatever, and 6 months later you decide, I'm going to give dating a go.
Yeah, I'm going to have a glow up, they call it.
You're going to have, I'm never going to say anything, but now your hair is like the brightest brown this side of a beach.
Oh, I will have Cooper hair. I'll go and get extensions.
Oh, no. Yeah, so it's always that way. And you go to a date and you got the keys jingling and you're out in your driveway of your 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. Mm-hmm. And you're like, what do I take tonight on the hot date?
But I got 4 cars. And
you've got the dumb car that you hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my stupid car.
And you've got a 2-seater Comanche.
Again, my stupid car is the most practical vehicle
yes.
that it blends in. It's every other car on the road.
I do think of the options, that would be the least likely option that you would take on the first date of single Steve's.
I don't know. It depends.
Because if your other options are your 1988 Comanche MJ, which
good
may
for
or
you,
may
by the way, good for you.
I was just going to say an LJ, but I didn't know.
No. LJ is actually a very
Larry Johnson, the former Charlotte Hornet, New York Knick, right?
Yeah, grandmama.
Muggsy Bogues' teammate. Everybody talks about him. Or your newly purchased, which probably caused Annette leaving, late 90s Mitsubishi Delica.
Yeah.
What is Steve picking to make an impression on date one?
If she left me, there would be a Delica in the driveway so fast. So fast. Especially if she was the one to move out. Open parking spot in the garage.
Yep. Just imagine, though, like a lot of people, like your world is crumbling, right? You don't know what to do, what the next step would be.
I would spend so much money on so many dumb things.
So Steve is like 9 hours of crying and like reminiscing.
Yeah.
And then almost like that devil on the shoulder. Yeah. But the devil on Steve's shoulder isn't anything nefarious. Like it wasn't an affair that ended anything. The devil on Steve's shoulder that finally wins is Facebook Marketplace with a Mitsubishi Delica an hour and a half drive away.
Right. Yeah. So 9 hours of crying.
Yes.
2 hours of frantically searching Marketplace.
Yeah.
1 hour of negotiation back and forth. An hour of driving. And then a lifetime of happiness with my new Mitsubishi Delica.
Yeah. I'll put on the poll, it's a Mitsubishi Delica. Over or under 11 and a half hours post leaving.
We may have to workshop the wording on this a little bit.
But so you're saying you're taking the under
12 hours? Yeah, I'll take the under.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm not going to put that poll. I don't like even putting that out in the ether. The idea of a Steve getting a left pull joke. No, thanks.
Can't give that any oxygen because it's going to be awkward years from now.
Oh my God, yeah.
When somebody digs up that post and be like, aha.
Yeah, and somehow that's on a Pole Badness champion T-shirt.
And it wins.
And then you see it at a radio gig. But it's not the radio show anymore that you know. Now you're like the part-time board op of...
Right, yeah, weenie in the butt.
Yep, weenie in the butt on 3 locals. And you're board opping for them. And then you see that out in the wild. And realize fall from grace.
Yeah.
So where are you today after dealing with our friend Johnny Chef and talking to him about just the dumbest detail? I saw the first message and I thought, I can't. Yeah. You couldn't pay me to read the rest of these.
We fired a bunch of messages back and forth. Hold on. Maybe I'll tell Johnny Chef that we gotta take this one private so you don't have to. You know something? No, you're a part of this.
I thought you were about to say, I'm going to tell Johnny Chef we need to get him on to discuss Delica. And I thought, well, that's great because I got to go anyway. There's nothing I want to hear less than further intricate Delica discussion.
Okay, let's see. Boy, he sent me a bunch of pictures of
his, right?
Of his Delica. Yeah, because I had said on July 5th. Okay, so it wasn't that long. It was only a week. For some reason, I was thinking that was like a month ago. I sent him a message saying, I need more info on the Delica, please. Pictures, issues, etc. He replied, I'm so sorry, so far behind. Let's see, sent me a couple pictures. Give me some stats. It has a cracked cylinder head and some oil leaks. I don't have a yard or shed here to work on it. It has been about 1,000 degrees outside. Then he sent me, it's 4-wheel drive, Kyle. A 4-wheel drive Delica. That's wonderful. He wanted a manual, but had to pick up an automatic because it was the only thing he could find.
When you hear those problems, some oil leaks and cracked cylinder head. Okay, perfect. That's what I was wondering. I didn't know if that for you was like
nope.
That's the one problem that I don't want to have to deal with.
I'm sure it's not going to be easy to find parts for a Japanese 4-wheel drive minivan here in the U.S., but I don't care. The world's a big place. There's a lot of parts out there.
That's fine because you've got an 11 by 11 plate that you can 3D print plastic things on.
Right. Yeah. I can print cylinder heads on that.
So when you hear the dollar amounts that were thrown about in these follow-up messages...
That's a lot higher than I thought they would be.
Okay.
Because I said, what do you think is a reasonable number that I could get a decent van all in? Like with the import fees, the taxes, the tariffs, the everything. Mm-hmm. He said, the high-end conservative estimate would be... He said 16,000 to 8,000. Now, I'm not sure if that was supposed to be
18
or maybe 6 to 8.
Yeah.
For a 25-plus-year-old Delica plus $8,000 import costs.
Good God.
He said, I've known a few cases of people getting a Delica for around $5,000. Import costs were $3,000. That I'm in on. I'm in on $8,000 all in.
It seems like the first option he told you was probably like a nice one, which if he's been listening to this podcast for any amount of time, he knows that is not in your purview.
I have no interest in a nice one.
A nice anything. Like we gotta
give me the problems. Yeah. Give me the rust.
You like bad cars so much, you got 2 of the same kind in the 1980 something Ford Rangers.
90s.
90s, sorry.
Well, God, I mean, I did have my matching pair of Rangers for a while. I had the 93 and the 2000, I think it was.
Those are nice trucks.
They were.
Those are nice trucks. I mean, I don't know why you, a single man or a man, I forget the time in your life that was, either a single man or a man in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, it was kind of overlapped.
Don't know why you needed 2 of those for your...
Well, look, Kyle, one was 2-wheel drive, one was 4-wheel drive. Here in the Midwest, we have extreme... You know how it is here.
It's 1 second it's snow,
sunny one day.
Canadian smoke.
Blizzard.
Blah, blah, God, it's weather. It only happens here.
So, you know, I needed 2 different vehicles.
Okay, of course. 2 different vehicles that were the same outside of the suspension.
Well, the transfer case, obviously. Come on. I mean, did you wake up this morning and say, I'm going to sound like a stooge today on the podcast?
If I were to legitimately sit down and ask you to say, Steve, I'm embarrassed. I want to know about cars, how they work. And I'm not talking like intricate minutia. So if I asked you, can you teach me? A simpleton, a dummy, a car layman, a guy who hears like if something sounds a little
Kyle,
weird.
I thought you'd never ask. Okay, so let's
kick
start
the
from the
bottom.
beginning. Way back in 1904.
Boy, would you know it's time for a break? What do you think to get me to not full DIY carsman, not like what you're doing with rebuilding the Manch coming on year 6, but
It's almost. We're getting close.
but competent, knows the terminology and what things do, carsman Kyle. How long do you think it would take you to do that?
I think I could get you the basics in a weekend.
A weekend?
Yeah,
I was going to give you a 90-minute course.
a weekend.
Okay.
May I suggest we do that during Boy Weekend?
Boy week. Oh,
Boy
my
weekend.
God. Boy week. Yes. God, well, we need a song for it. You know?
Boy Weekend.
Like what's the summer? Boys of
Summer.
Boys of Summer.
Yeah,
That's a song, right?
yeah.
And we just drop that in the video montage while we're doing our training.
I mean, it's gonna be fall when Boy Weekend hits, but
Right.
that's all right.
You're staring down the barrel of Boy Weekend coming up in a few months, while I am on officially day 1 of Boy Week Plus.
Yes, you are. Yeah, your wife is away for a bit.
So maybe next weekend, do you need to ask me some tips and tricks for upcoming Boy Weekend?
That would be. I mean, at that point, you're going to be a veteran.
I'm going to have all the details for you.
All the deets.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't. I'm like, this is going to be like, Master Yoda and whoever the not master was in that situation.
Student Yoda.
Student Yoda. Master Yoda versus teaching student Yoda how to do it. And we're both going to talk in Yoda voice.
Doesn't he talk backwards or something?
I think, what is he, like, flip one word on the end? Like,
How does he sound?
like car you must drive.
Car, you
But then if you also say you must drive car, you sound just as stupid.
yeah.
So what's dumber? Like, just a kid who doesn't know how to talk yet, or Yoda?
Oh boy, that's one for the poll.
Yeah, who's dumber, a 6-year-old or Yoda? Yeah, that's coming up. But do we want to wait? Do we want to talk about Boys Weekend right now? Because we also have to get to today. It's been a little bit, and you're home,
Yeah.
and I need to know how Triple D went. And no, it's not diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Or boobs.
Or boobs. Oh, yeah, boy, I didn't think about that one. Oh, it's hot in Florida and Disney. A lot of bathing suits and boobs out there.
Yeah, there were.
We need to hear how Dads Do Disney went for you.
Do you want to talk about that? Maybe we'll talk about that after the break.
Yeah.
It was a time.
Okay. I can't wait. I posted a little text snippet because I know barely any details about how it all actually went.
Yeah.
We checked in a few times. We tried to record a phone call, and my dumb phone, only recorded half of it. Super helpful. So I guess I could post that.
Do you hear me at all?
No.
So there's not even like a, hey, Steve, how was the trip?
Nope. Utter silence. And I thought to myself before recording the phone call, if I should turn you on speaker, maybe that would make the difference. I didn't do any of that. I thought, it says it's recording device audio and microphone audio. What could go wrong? Well, it did. It went wrong. So we will recap Dads Do Disney after the break in a little bit. But it seems like we need to interrupt programming because you're making plans for a weekend in October, which is pretty rare for you.
Yeah.
I would say that's not usually...
I mean, we're three months in advance. Well, 2.5 months in advance.
You're a fly by the seat of your pants guy.
Yeah.
You're going where you're told, when you're told, and when to do it.
That's right.
But coming up in a few months, you're having...
Boy Weekend.
Boy Weekend.
Boy
with
Weekend.
Just you.
Yeah.
And just Nikki B.
Just me and Nikki B. Yeah.
As you ship the hens off to the hen house.
Yep. They're going to be clucking all weekend.
In Florida. That's right. Oh, good. What's that? Is that an airplane landing somewhere near the Panhandle area?
So, yeah, my wife and my daughter, they're going to be gone for a couple of days, from like a Friday night to a Monday afternoon, I think.
Which doesn't feel as long until you're at like Saturday afternoon, and
Yeah,
you realize that you still have 36 hours to go, really?
Well, I mean, based on the flights that they're getting, it's like they're not leaving until late, I think like 10 p.m. on Friday night.
Oh, and how old Evelyn again?
Evelyn is, well, she'll be 7 by then.
Okay.
But honestly, she has proven to us time and time again that little sleep is no problem for
Oh,
her.
really?
And to be honest, doesn't really matter for old dad because dad's not going to be there to deal with it.
Zero repercussions for Daddy-O
Yeah.
on this one. That is, enjoy the hotel sleep.
Well, it was either that or, it was them leave on Friday night, get back on Monday afternoon for a very, very reasonable price, or them leave earlier in the day Friday, get back Sunday for an astronomical price.
Okay.
So talk to my wife. She's like, yeah, we'll definitely do this. That's no
Save the
problem.
cash, do
She'll
it.
be able to take a nap. She'll sleep on the plane, I'm sure. So not worried about that at all. So they're going to be leaving Friday night, getting back Monday afternoon. Now my mother-in-law is going to come over on Sunday afternoon, evening, because I'll have to go to work Monday morning. So somebody will have to be here with Nikki, get him off to school. So she's going to drop him off at school on Monday morning. But yeah, so I thought about it and I was like, well, they're going to be doing girl weekend.
In Florida, by the way, like, it's almost not even fair.
Yeah. We got to do boy weekend. Boy weekend, it's the first weekend of October. Okay. So around here, we'll probably still have really nice weather.
Yeah.
It won't really have transitioned to fall. Maybe we could hit up the dunes, go big boy vroom vroom up the sandhill. Are you in for boy weekend? What are you and Reed doing October 2nd through 5th?
Never anything. I'm not even going to pull up my calendar. I don't have any plans made that far away.
All right. Well, so here's what I'm thinking, because when I put it in the calendar, in me and my wife's shared calendar, let's see, jump ahead. I have Steve, boy weekend in all caps, a truck emoji, a football emoji, and a hot dog emoji.
Well, those are all options because it's football season.
Yeah.
You got the match, and it's perfect.
It's always truck season.
Perfect sandhill riding season.
I'm thinking about getting a vanity license plate for the manch that says truck season, like TRUKSZN.
Of course.
Like Johnny Football.
Oh, and is that Manchi considered one of those that you can get one plate and it would last you for like 15 years? What is it, like a vintage?
I think so. I think it only has to be like 25 years old.
So if you could pay a little bit more, but then like never have to get a plate again, right?
Yeah, I think you have mileage restrictions though. Like you can put 50 miles on it a year or something.
What?
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to do? Check?
Right. I'll just roll the odometer back.
Yeah, you've been printing odometer buttons for the better part of a week. What are they going to do? Come check you?
Right. I'm not going to roll the odometer back. That's fraud.
You're never selling that thing anyway. That thing's you're going to be buried in it.
I guess it's not fraud until somebody else buys it and realizes it.
Right, and it's not fraud if you tell them, "Hey, I rolled the odometer back. The mileage is actually, 50,000 more."
Yeah, I wanted the odometer to say boobs. So
it always stays at 80,085 miles.
Right.
And sorry, you can't get rid of it.
No, that's just what. Maybe that instead of truck season, the license plate is just going to say boobs.
Okay, I'm taking a look. You can get them running at least 26 years old. Flat fee of $30. Under year, you can apply to run an authentic restored vintage plate from the same year as the vehicle's model year.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't see any limitations on the mileage. I wonder if there's a difference between like show car type stuff and this one.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of insurance.
Okay, so
because I already pay for that, for the registration for the Manch for a year. I think is like $34.
Okay,
so it's that's pretty great. But so we're gonna do boy weekend. I figure we wake up Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when boy weekend kicks off. So I need some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I need some suggestions. I need to know that you are 100% involved in boy weekend.
Absolutely.
Start to finish.
Are you kidding me? Well, immediately I'm thinking, you, me, Nikki B. Reed, are there any music festivals going on that weekend?
So you want to go to a weekend-long music festival?
Hear me out. What about Beer City Brewers Festival 2026?
Okay, I was thinking more like go-karts.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Go-kart. Listen, it's football season. Would Nicky B, would he want to go to like a local or a college football game?
Yeah, we'll get hammered in the parking lot.
And they could guide us to our seats?
Parenting.
And then drive us home?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm on board with this. So is Nicky.
Well, we already it's been mentioned, and I think there's one thing we have to do, no matter what, and it would be not a wrap up of the weekend, but it would be a nice bookend, Steve. Mm-hmm. Is we're out. You know what we're doing Sunday afternoon, right?
I mean, we got to be going to a football game or something.
No, come on. This is pretty clearly your first boys' weekend, and as you're talking to me, a guy who is 90 minutes into boys' week plus one.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Better teach me, Yoda Master. Sir.
Will that I, student Yoda?
Okay.
Sunday afternoon, Steve. We're going to hit up Costco.
Oh, my goodness. How could I have forgotten?
And you know what? We're going to Costco. You know what we're not doing?
Shopping?
Not getting a cart.
Nope.
We are walking in, and we are going to put a dent in their margins for that day. Is we are going to destroy those samples on a repeated... And you know what? I think we need to have a discussion that morning about having no shame. So I'm elbowing kids. Listen, if you have toasted, buttered focaccia bread or sourdough, and there's some little loser next to me waiting in line, catch this bow, kid. I'm bigger than you, and I want the bread.
The amount of children and elderly people that I will bowl through to get like a little mini pig in a blanket is immeasurable.
They have no idea what I will do for the taste of a fruit snack that I have at home already.
Okay, so after our Costco trip where we have all of the samples, then obviously the hot dog or the chicken ferret.
Oh yeah, I mean we're going to probably go pizza.
Okay,
maybe we just get a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
and we just put it out there, and say,
hang out.
Hey boys, dig in. You can have whatever they want.
Sit there for 3 hours.
Couple hot dogs, couple slices of pie, some chicken tenders, some.
All right, so after that, we'll then be right across the street from one of the big box stores. So no doubt, go over there, buy some nuts and bolts, maybe a tool or two.
Absolutely, we're going to look at those.
Yeah,
no question, we're going to check those out.
From there. I mean, again, since we're in the area, we're going to stop by, catch a movie. Oh, so whatever the latest slasher film or...
It's spooky season. There will definitely be a good horror movie out, maybe a Scream 8, something like that. We can go take the kiddos to.
Okay.
And really remind, this is why you don't talk to strangers or ever answer the phone.
Yep.
And then, watch the people get meep, 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 meep.
From there, there's got to be more food afterwards.
Well, we're going to be famished by that time. Yeah, we'll stop in, and that's where you and I start hammering the beer.
And then we come home. Yeah. There's going to be a million football games on TV.
And this is just Sunday.
And naturally, what do you do when you're watching a football game? You eat more.
I'm going to have more beer. Okay, food.
I mean, we're going to be starving.
Of course. At that point, I don't know how I've made it through the day because we've only had like 2.5 meals at that point. So maybe we do a on the run podcast.
Yeah.
The four boys.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just ripping around town.
In the manch.
Kids
sitting in the bed, of course.
It's October. The breeze is beautiful.
I mean, we're taking it back to the glory days.
Yes. Saturday afternoon, we've got a very local college football game that I've been to a handful of times.
Hold on. I'm not done with Sunday yet because once we're sitting on the couch, you got to eat chicken wings wearing a wife beater.
Chicken wings, white beater, and no napkins because that is your napkin.
Belly hanging out just a little bit.
And then one hand. I don't know if you want the one hand all the way down or just inside the waistband of the pants.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you're comfortable with.
I think we'll check out both options.
Yeah.
I'll post that on the poll. What's better, hand all the way down the pants or just in the waistband? I'm not going to post that on the poll either. Thought about that while I was saying it out loud.
A little bit weird.
Gonna leave that one to to just us.
So and then I figure we'll close the day out with a nice dinner, nice hearty dinner.
Which probably ribs.
Yeah, Definitely.
Maybe a nice barbecue lineup that day.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I'll get into... do you think your brother would be around?
No.
And okay. Thought maybe he'd be able to fire up his fancy... what is it called? The smokehouse or something?
I think he's got a smokestack that he uses over there when he burns fuel. I think that's how that works, right?
Okay, so...
Are there any local meatsmen who would be willing to cook Steve, Nikki B, and me and Reed a hearty barbecue dinner after we've had chicken wings, Costco?
Nope. It's going to be a pig.
Oh, it's going to be
We're going to do a pig roast. Pig on a spit.
Full pig, by the way.
Full pig.
Full pig, yeah.
And we're doing it in the front yard.
Yeah.
Just so all my neighbors can see how much better I am than them.
And they're not invited unless it's another gang for Boy Weekend.
Exactly.
So keep the hens in the hen house.
Mm-hmm. Cluck, cluck, cluck.
And you can walk over if you're living in Steve's in the sack here. And it's a lisp. You can't make fun of me for that. And you are all welcome. Okay, first weekend in October, we've got listeners. If you want to be in town for Boys Weekend.
Boy Weekend.
Boy Weekend.
Not Boys Weekend.
Sorry, Boy Weekend.
Yeah,
we got football and chicken wings and so much beer and then a pig roast.
And we're meeting at a bar.
And we're the whole day's going to be at a bar.
Yeah, we're going to drive around in the manch, drink some beer. Wait, no, that sounds bad.
No, that's part of the match. Because then you flip it outside the window into the bed.
Yeah.
So that the empty can rattles bottle rattles around while you're driving around.
It's cans of Milwaukee's best.
Oh, man. I don't know if I've heard of a better weekend than this. I can guarantee you UP Chris would be in there involved in this. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact that means anything goes wrong with the manch, he'll put his shoes on his feet to lift up any problems.
I can't wait. Okay, so October 2nd through 5th is officially Boy Weekend.
Hey, Steve, you've been gone. So I wanted to mention to you to make sure you please download. In your podcast feeds this past Sunday, another new episode of Sports Tate dropped.
I know. Yeah, what the hell, man? It's like you specifically leave me out of this.
I
got a lot of Tates.
I would love to get you on board for an upcoming episode. You know what?
Have you ever thought about inviting me?
To be very frank with you, no. No offense.
Jeez.
I did. Hang on. I'm doing a very quick check here. Wednesday, 9:30. Do you want to jump on Sports Tate and talk WNBA growth and ratings with me? And to be fair, you did say more than anything.
Yeah.
And I always think about that after I text you during the week like that, because I feel inconsiderate. Because then I look, I'm like, oh my God, it's 9:30. The man's in the middle of having to duck from monkeys flinging poo around him.
Poop everywhere.
And he's getting asked about his thoughts on WNBA growth.
Yep.
But to your credit, you ignored the monkeys, you dodged a few bullets of feces, and you answered more than anything.
Poop.
So this is my bad that I never got you on the horn. I gave you 30 minutes and then I never called you.
I know.
But a new episode
I was ready. I had my notes made.
What is a topic that I could get you? Because these are going to be, the way it's settled in, these are going to be about 25 to 30 minutes most of the time. Mm-hmm. And I split it in half, and I try to talk about two main topics, I guess. What is the topic that, for you, I could get you on for a half of Sports Tate to have a conversation with you about?
The 1993 Philadelphia Phillies going to the World Series, but losing to a walk-off home run from Joe Carter. I think I'd be pretty knowledgeable on that.
Okay, I'll try to. I think I can tie that in. I don't know how, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, good.
Next 2 weeks, Sports Tate with Kyle featuring Steve. The 1993 Philadelphia Phillies walk-off NLCS loss.
No, walk-off World Series.
Oh, it's in the World Series. I thought it was
to
go to the World Series.
No.
Walk-off World Series
you
loss.
big dummy. They beat the Braves to go to the World Series. I was at that game.
Maybe we get Brother Mike in there to talk about his experience of watching his little brother weep as the home run cleared the stands. But a new episode is out on the podcast feeds, this very podcast feed, so please do check it out, listen. And I do have a voicemail box and a text box set up to drop your hot takes.
And they still work.
I set this one up. I reinitiated it.
Okay.
But this one's not through the podcast account anymore because
Oh, this is new.
because the Google Voice is asking for like identification.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Nope.
But it is up there. Please check that out in the podcast feeds. New episode of Sports Date. The second one back after 4 years gone. A lot of people saying, is it worth it? Why'd you do it?
A lot of people are.
Do you have to keep doing it? And why is this happening to me? And can I delete this?
Please stop.
And to all you people, thank you. Thank you for downloading and listening. I appreciate you giving it a chance. But we've gone far too long today because I have purposely tried to keep myself somewhat in the dark. Because you've returned from DDD.
The most magical place on earth, Kyle.
Dads do Disney.
DDD, triple D.
Now, this was like the opposite of Boys Weekend because you said before
Very
you
much.
left that you knew nothing. You didn't know where you were staying.
I didn't know. I
don't think
mean,
you knew if you were taking an airplane or a car or a train.
I was a part of certain aspects of the planning process were dealt to me. So I was in charge of the booking of the flights, booking of our transportation once we were on the ground.
Okay.
So we had a rental car for a couple of days.
Yeah, because you were leaving the property to go visit your dad, who was an hour or so away.
Yep.
So you needed a way to get there that wasn't an Uber with 4 of you.
Yeah, that would have been miserable.
Because I think before I knew that you were in control, I was about to ask you if you knew if you were going to Disneyland or Disney World before you got on the airplane.
I was aware that we were going to Disney World because, again, I was responsible for booking the flights. That would have been rough if I had booked to Florida and we were supposed to be in Los Angeles.
We're here, guys. Let's go do it. And Annette looks around and sees the palm trees and, Kissimmee. And and then she asks you, Steve, did you read any of the details?
No.
And you take the one finger out of your ear and say, huh? Because now you're Bobcat. Now that you landed in the wrong state.
Yeah, it's just a matter of whether the bucket is on my head or on my foot. Because, as you know from this podcast, Bobcat always adorned with a bucket in some way.
Somehow, Bobcat ends in a bucket.
Yeah.
Overall, I tried to check in with you a few times. Was Disney World for you everything you hoped and thought it would be?
It was everything I thought it would be.
Okay. I appreciate the minor hedge.
It was hot.
It was very, very hot. Like, even taking into account Florida being hot, and especially being hot in July, somehow this months in advance planned vacation ended up being hotter than normal for that time of year.
Yes, even for them. Everyone that we talked to down there, we were having dinner one night and talking to our waiter, and he was saying, he's like, I grew up in South Florida. He said, I grew up in Miami, and this is ridiculous to me. So even it's not like you were walking around and the locals down there were like, this is normal. No.
Yeah.
Everybody was just so hot and uncomfortable. And we were at the parks. Let's see, we got there on a Monday afternoon, evening. Tuesday was a hotel day, so we just went to the hotel pool and just did a lot of stuff right around there. Then Wednesday and Thursday were our park days. We did the Magic Kingdom on Wednesday, Hollywood Studios on Thursday. And it was, I think, 97 degrees both days. And it was like, you know how normally you're like, okay, 97 degrees, that's going to be the high for the day. So it'll hit that around 1 o'clock and then maybe slowly taper off.
Yeah, because that's the way the sun works, right? Is it's going to be at its highest point and then it's going to start going down.
Dude, we were getting back to the hotel like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, and it was still 89 degrees. It was insane. It was relentless.
At that point, your sweat is like chilling you. So now you're somehow cold because oh God.
All I wanted to do was get back to the room, take a shower, and just lay down and relax after being in the heat all day. But overall, everyone handled it like a champ.
Really?
Monday, when we got to Magic Kingdom, I think we got there around 8 o'clock or so in the morning. I was a little worried because by 11 o'clock, Nikki B was saying, "Can we go back to the hotel?" And I thought, oh boy, we're in for a long ride.
What time was that?
11.
What time? I'm assuming you didn't take my advice and get there at 5:30.
We did not. No. It turns out they don't just let you in whenever you want.
Well, I'm not a Disney's-man. It was just an idea.
I think I texted you. We considered going nocturnal, getting to the park at midnight, and just like National Lampoon's Vacationing it, where we hid out in the park and then held someone at gunpoint while we rode all the rides while it was in the coolest part of the evening. And
I'm sorry, did you say what time you did get there then?
Yeah, it was like 8
8 so 8, which is like the earliest point, right?
Pretty much. I think we could have, since we were staying at one of the resorts, I think you can get in like a half hour, an hour earlier. But I think 8 o'clock is like the earliest.
And you're saying he made it, Nikki B, the youngest, which granted, I think would be the quickest to tire out, made it all the way to before lunch.
Yeah. He made it to the time where if we were having brunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were still people in the restaurants there having the character experiences with breakfast on their plates when Nikki B said, "Can we go?"
Yeah. And so we were a little bit worried, but then I think we kind of, we had a couple of like lightning line things lined up.
Yes.
Where you get to skip the line.
Got to be in the area at certain times.
Yeah. Basically, they give you a window, like a 45-minute window.
Yeah.
That you can be in, which worked out great, by the way.
And you didn't plan, you weren't a part of that. So you were the being kind of tugged along, like, hey, we got to be to this area of the park by this time.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Because I had said to Annette in advance, she had a pretty good idea of things that she wanted to do, places she wanted to go. And
she'd done the legwork.
She had done the legwork.
Yeah.
So I said to her, I was like, look, whatever you think is going to be the best method for us to go from here to there to there to there, or spacing out the lightning lanes, that you can take that. I trust your judgment, and because I don't have any more experience than she does. So go for it. So she had done a lot of research and done that. So once it was getting to the point where it was like noon and it was hot as hell. So
like that's the peak. Like it's when they tell you, right? Like, hey, it's high noon. It's going to be probably the hottest part of the day.
So we did this method that worked great both days, where it was like we would go on one outdoor thing. And then we'd be like, "Oh, look! There's an indoor show or an indoor ride."
Hey, there's Pirates of the Caribbean that's inside. Yes,
you walk in there and it's like 30 degrees cooler, and it feels amazing. And that got us through the 2 days.
Yeah,
that and lots of water, lots of drinking. Like we didn't stand in lines for that long for as crowded as the place was.
Was it really?
It was absolutely packed.
We did look at the crowd meter before on the podcast, and it did say like 8 out of 10. So I guess that's not that surprising.
Yeah, but overall, really good experience. We tricked Nikki B into going on like a roller coaster.
Oh God, you texted me when you said. Let me try to find. I don't know if I could find quick enough.
That would have been on Wednesday. It would have been on Wednesday, probably first half of the day.
Oh boy, because you had texted me something that you were about to do to poor Nikki, which is one of those things that he talks about either in therapy, or later on when his friends are saying, "Hey, do you want to do this with me?" He says, "No, I can't." Because Dad and Mom did this to me, when I was 4 years old. Let me see.
I do have a picture
there we go. Yeah, you said we took the approach of not telling Nikki what we were doing in advance. He wasn't a big fan. Because when you said what you were doing, what did you say? Putting the stomach to the test you were doing. You sent me a screenshot of the Disney app because of course you're on the app.
Yeah, of course.
Of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, buddy." That was my first answer. And that's when you said that you took the approach of not telling Nikki what you were doing. So, can you tell me how he reacted when he saw... Because you're in line, you can kind of see the ride around you.
Kyle, I can do better than that. I can show you how Nikki B felt. Again, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train little roller coaster. And if you avert your eyes.
Oh, poor Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Oh, God. I got to tell you, though, Annette looks overjoyed.
Yeah.
She looks like she's having a riot. You knew where the camera was, it seems.
Yep.
Because yours almost looks like Sully the Monster from Monsters Inc. making a scary face.
Yeah.
Evelyn looks more horrified. And there's Nikki B in the back, very clearly wondering what in the hell did I get signed up for?
I think there might be one more. Oh no, this one's worse.
Okay, that's where he wants to leave. That's obviously where he wants to be gone.
The funny thing is, he because it's me and Evelyn up in the first row, and then Nikki and Annette in the second row, and he never really said. He was very hard to read because in this picture, it looks like he's terrified.
Yeah,
but in other pictures, he'd be smiling, and you're like, and then you'd see him like this. You're like, is he gonna barf? And even after we got off the ride, like, what'd you think, buddy? And he'd just kind of be like, yeah.
Quiet, right?
Yeah,
like subdued.
Yeah.
Because he's just been betrayed by his family.
By the people that are programmed to protect him.
Literally gave birth to him, took care of him, and betrayed his trust.
Yeah.
In the name of making him go on a ride. Mm-hmm. I present to you, Steve.
Yeah.
I believe I only have the one. I'm trying to find the other one because we had a similar family dynamic. But tell me who you think, when we were at Disney a couple years ago, enjoyed Slinky Dog Dash the most. Maybe we could post my face and your face side by side. Right. Because you pretty clearly a roller coastersman. We've talked about it. You've done it. The shirt off the back vomit at Six Flags and Gurney, and I am not. So even Slinky Dog Dash,
Slinky Dog Dash is not you can't sleep on that, man.
No.
And we didn't get to go on that because when we were at Hollywood Studios, the shortest that line was, it was like 55 minutes, I think. Yeah, and with it being 97 degrees, I was not willing to stand in line for that long.
I have one more photo to show you but with it, I have a question. Mm-hmm. You had mentioned two different rides, and I may be conflating them, so I apologize. Mm-hmm. Did you guys go on either or both of Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
That's the one where you're on a little cart and you go through. It's not like a roller coaster or a drop or anything.
Oh,
you're on a little cart and it tells like a story of the
No,
Mansion.
I don't think we did. Okay. I don't think we did that one.
Did you then do the Tower of Terror?
Kyle? We did the Tower of Terror.
So obviously for the Tower of Terror, after seeing Nikki B's stone cold fear on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, just you and Annette and maybe Evelyn went on Tower of Terror, right?
When we first got to Hollywood Studios on Thursday morning, I jokingly pointed at the Tower of Terror. I said, Evelyn, you want to go on the Tower of Terror? And she looks at me and goes, with that scared look on her face and says, what's the Tower of Terror?
Right.
I said, it's an old haunted hotel and the elevator is haunted and you go up and down and up and down. And she's just like, no. And then Annette said, no way. I went on that thing when I was like a teenager. And she said, I still remember it as a core memory and something that scared her when she was a kid.
Really?
So I was 0 for 2. I didn't even ask Nikki B. I knew Nikki B was out. So a little bit later in the day, Evelyn said she asked about the Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just like, and so that at that point it's on you to play it cool.
Yeah. So she's kind of poking, asking little questions, and Annette's looking at me and she's like, no. She's going to remember. She's going to have nightmares about it.
She did a coaster So, and for anybody who's not familiar, this isn't a roller coaster. You get in an elevator and you go up, and the elevator drops you. So it's a straight vertical drop ride. Maybe
6-7 stories.
Yeah, and then you go up a little bit and down. So it kind of rocks you and then sends you down. So it is different than a coaster, but it's still a thrill ride.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And like when you get to the top of it, the doors open, so you see the entire park. You're really high up in the air.
Yes, it's very cool.
And Evelyn's asking me about it. And I'm, like you said, trying to play it cool. Simply answering her questions, not trying to sway her one way or the other. And again, Annette's like, no, she's not going. She's going to, no. Then you're going to be the one to deal with it when she wakes up having a nightmare about a haunted whatever. And I was like, I'm not trying to sway her.
You're not pushing. Way. You're playing a cool daddy-o at this point.
So I think Evelyn kind of picked up on that because a little bit later she came up to me, just me, and made sure that Mama wasn't around. And she was like, I think I want to go on the Tower of Terror.
Look at that. You've bred her in to the family business.
And I said,
the next step is to have her Ralph
in the John.
In the John.
Because that's what you do. Ralph in the John.
You're not fully initiated into the Steve family coaster business until you're Ralphin in the John.
So she said to me, she's like, I think I want to go on it. Is it going to be scary? I said, yeah, it's, you go up high. I told her it's not a roller coaster, but you go up really high and then it drops you down really fast. And then you go up and down. And, she said, I think I want to do it. I said, all right, well, if you truly want to do it, I will go on it with you. I said, but Mama's really afraid that you're
not going to like it.
That you're not going to like it, and it's going to be really scary.
It is kid scary, right? Mm-hmm. Like the way you start in like the hotel lobby, and then it goes pitch black, and there's things moving, and they make it kid scary, but it's Disney. It's not like there's not Ghostface or Michael Myers there.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's jumping out at you.
No.
So I said to her, I was like, well, if you want to go on it, then I think you have to convince Mama that you're going to be okay going on it. Mm-hmm. And I'll go on it with you. And even if we stand in line and then you decide you don't want to do it, that's totally fine. We'll get out of line and we'll go do something else.
Yeah.
She finally convinced herself that she wanted to do it. Talked to Annette.
It's pretty brave.
And Annette basically just said to me, this is on you. And we don't really have that kind of relationship where it's like this is your thing, this is my thing, and they don't cross.
Well, it's a nice preparation then for, like we joked about in the first half when you're picking which car to take on your first single date.
Yeah, is it going to be the Manch or the Delica?
Manch, Delica, or the dumb car.
So, Annette was like, all right, well,
So now you've got it sitting in you that you're like, well, now, great. Now we wait. She goes through with it. And then you have to deal with the possibility of what if she walks out weeping because she hated it so much and Dada made me do it.
Right, yeah.
And then, like Annette already said, this one's on you.
Yeah. Now, I know Evelyn well enough, and I know that I think a lot of kids are like this. Where if you say to them, wasn't that so much fun? They're going to say, yes, it was fun. If you say to them, wasn't that the scariest thing ever? Like, they're very impressionable because they don't really formulate their own feelings and thoughts on things that easily at that age.
Mm-hmm.
So she was in. She wanted to go on it. So we walked over to that area and we kind of separated. Annette and Nikki B went to a couple of the shops along that like Main Street or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Evelyn and I looked at the app. I said, okay, it's going to be about a 35-minute wait.
Not too bad.
For us to stand in line, but it's nice and shaded and everything. She's like, all right, cool. So we're standing in line. And she kind of, tugs on my arm. Mm-hmm. Dada, I'm not scared. I'm like,
hey.
I'm like, oh, okay. Like, this is unprompted.
Just as much for herself as it is for you at that point, I feel like, right?
Yeah. So when you're in line for this, again, it's like a haunted hotel, an old haunted hotel that's been abandoned. So even the line, when you're standing in line, there's like vines hanging down, and like it's just made to look like it's an unkept old place.
It's you big dumb Disney first time doofus. It's called Disney theming, and they do it well. Okay, that's why they're Disney World. Okay, please act like you've been there before. Now that you have.
Hey, that's not very nice of.
Oh, no offense. Sorry, I don't know why that one. I didn't even feel bad about offending you.
Thought I had you on that one.
All right. So she's pumping herself up for you, it seems like.
And this is totally unprompted. We're standing in line just having normal dad-daughter conversation. And then she just like randomly point at a vine and be like, I'm not scared of that vine.
Okay.
Okay.
Like after a while, you're like, okay, I get it, Evelyn.
I'm not scared of that door.
Would you be scared of the tree at home?
I felt like she was overcompensating.
Yes.
Which I found adorable.
Yeah,
I
gotta be super brave for Dad.
Yeah,
because now Dad's neck's on the line with Mommy. If I come out of here damaged,
so we finally get to the front of the line. They load us in. I say, buckle your seatbelts in. We get our seatbelts buckled in, and then it goes kind of black. I think you can feel that the elevator's going up, and that's when I feel like I'm sitting in the left. She's to my right. And she, both arms, grabs onto my arm and is holding on as tight as possible. Mm-hmm. I said to her, I was like, are you okay? You going to be all right? I mean, at this point, too late. They're not going to let us off the ride. But she said, yeah, I'm okay. So the doors open, and then your cart goes out of the elevator, and you're kind of going on this winding track, and they're telling the story, oh, this is a haunted hotel, blah, 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 blah. And then you get to the end. Those doors open, and you can see the entire park out in front of you.
Yes.
And I said, are you ready? And she said, yeah. She's got this kind of smile, but you can tell it's a nervous smile. And then whoosh, that thing drops, and she holds on so tight, and she's yelling and screaming. I'm yelling and screaming, too, because I don't, like, it's not, again, we've talked about how I barf a little bit when I'm on up and down rides or spinny rides.
For a guy who says he likes rides, you have a lot more barf than normal.
I think I have a lot of fond memories of liking rides.
Yes.
And it's just my body hasn't exactly kept up with that.
Which is probably the hardest. Bodies don't age in that with that environment, right?
So that thing goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and I 4 or 5 times or something. And then the doors open at the bottom. They're, thank you for coming on the Tower of Terror. We get off the ride, and I say, well, what'd you think? And she had the biggest smile on her face, and she said, I loved it.
Really?
I said, were you scared? And she said, yeah. And I said, was it cool anyway? And she said, yeah. So I think that was her first experience with realizing that there are things that can be fun and scary at the same time, like thrilling. And she loved it, and she talked about it for the rest of the night. And I'm so happy that we had, like, that's just a me and her thing.
Just you too.
Like we had that great experience where it was just us going on the Tower of Terror, and she loved it. I actually have the video from when we were on it, because you scan your Magic Band, Kyle. Scan that Magic Band, and then they'll upload the pictures right to your
lines you up,
right to your account.
While you're pulling that up, did you come out of there? Did you have a little bit of a wider shoulder when you walked up to Annette afterwards? A little bit of a like stiffened neck?
Yeah, no big deal.
Like, what was that? This grinning child next to me? Yeah, that's ours. She loved it. No big deal. Yeah. That is on me. Thank you.
I just walked up to her, and without saying anything beforehand, I just said, yeah, you're welcome. No big deal.
She looks up from the other kid that she's been taking care of while you've been in line. Goes, what are you talking about?
Just dads being dads right here.
While he's eating an ice cream bar, chocolate all down his hands and shirt. And you walk up and say, you're welcome.
So if you want to watch, I got the quick video that they send you.
Yes.
This little pre-produced thing. Oh no! There we are, right there in the middle.
Oh yeah, she's gripping. Oh, and a little tighter.
I don't understand why they even send you that video. They show 1 second of
Did you get the photo with it as well?
Yeah, we did. We got a photo too. Let me see.
I sent you my photo to pull up on the Tron.
Okay. Actually, here's
because I had
here's the one of us.
Okay, but a smile.
Yeah,
she's holding on very tight.
Yep.
To your arm.
Yeah.
But she's smiling.
Yeah. She again. I feel like I succeeded. I feel like I won.
No doubt about it.
Okay,
I
so
sent you my
yours.
picture. If you want to zoom in the middle right, and you can see what my son thought of the Tower of Terror.
Okay, now I think that of the three of you, because left to right, it's Reed, you, Katie. I think the only one with the appropriate reaction is Katie.
Yeah.
She has the open mouth
Drop it. Yeah, you're about to fall.
You look like you're watching a football game.
Yep. Katie's holding on to me, which she wasn't previously. You can see her hand reaching over. So I had leaned over, and I don't know if you had the same experience, Steve, that it drops very fast. Obviously, that's the point of it. Reed was rising out of his seat. So I was trying to push him down.
Right, yeah, you don't want to lose your child.
This was, for us, September of 2024, so just under 2 years ago. Reed has still not forgiven me for going on the Tower of Terror.
So what you're saying is our children had very different experiences.
It seems like it.
So they were about, so he was 6 at the time, or almost.
He was 5. Yeah, he was
6.
5.
Okay. So he's a little bit younger than Evelyn was, because Evelyn's 6 going on 7.
Yeah. Reed was 5 going on 6. It seems like this one just wasn't for him.
So he was not a fan, is what you're saying.
It's still talked about how I made him go on the Tower of Terror and how much he hated it.
Okay, well, I would say that's a... Oh, wait, there is one more quick video that I would like to show you.
Yeah, this snuck up on me because I needed like a full... Not a full, but like a couple of questions with definitive answers from me at the end about what the future.
Sure.
Because
let's see. I need to find the one where...
Obviously, Annette signed you up for the photo pass, which is just smart thinking, because that's what we did as well.
Yeah, that's very reasonably priced,
There's
too.
that Bippity Boppity Boutique that you guys saved some money on by bringing your own dress into, obviously, like we talked about.
Not exactly. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This video. Okay. I believe I sent you a text. Oh, God.
Is this the teacups? I can see a cup in the background. I don't know if I can watch.
This was taken at 10:17 a.m. We had been in the park for about an hour and a half.
So this was day 1 in the park?
Day 1 in the park.
Okay, so was this the day that Nikki B looked at you and said, "Can we go yet at 11?"
It was probably right after we got off this ride.
Okay.
So here's us on the teacups.
Yep. Oh.
There's Annette, big smile. Nikki, big smile. Steve.
There is no bigger form of torture for me
than spinning
than that. Even looking at that right there, bad. Like that, gives me a little bit of just enough.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh.
Here's, if you want another angle.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can.
I took my phone and I just set it down in the middle.
Nope. Okay, I can't look at that anymore. That's giving me a little bit of nausea. They just spin.
Oh, it was terrible.
And you actually, so you did this. You went in there in your mid-30s.
I knew that this was going to do me dirty. And it was like the second ride we went on.
Why did you, I got to ask, why did you agree?
Look, man, I'm trying to be Triple D. I'm trying to do Dads Do Disney and, be involved in everything I can possibly be involved in with my kids because I want them to have a good time. I know that these are going to be core memories. I just wanted to be there. But just wanted to survive.
Let me ask you then the rest of that day.
Yeah. Because
you had another, 6 to 8 to 10 hours in that park.
I think we got back to the hotel the first night probably 8 p.m.
It's a long day.
Yeah. So at that point, we still had another 8 hours, 9 hours.
What did that do to you the rest of the day? Because you're a ridesman. Mm-hmm. But you knew, age catches up to us a little bit differently, all of us. But spinning rides, I don't think have ever been your forte.
No, I never really liked spinning rides.
What did that do to the rest of your day? Did you take a few off? Did you need like a breather? Like, hey, I need to go sit in an air-conditioned building for 30 minutes while my stomach relaxes?
It messed me up for about a half hour.
Did it really?
Yeah, I had to chug a bottle of water.
Yes.
I think the next thing that we did was inside, so it was air-conditioned. And by the time we got out of there, I was back to normal.
At any point at your 2 days in the Disney parks, did you have your left hand over the back of your neck prepared to remove your shirt for Ralphin and the John?
I thought there was going to be a moment.
And it wasn't the teacups.
It was the teacups.
Okay.
It was after the teacups, after we got off. And I thought to myself, I was doing the thing where I look around like, where's the restroom? Where's the restroom? Where's the restroom? And then I just bunch of deep breaths. Like I said, cold water.
Yeah.
Breathed. And I was like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. I got this. And I was good.
I'm a bit surprised because you and I differ in that regard. I hate vomiting. I hate the sensation, everything about it.
Sure.
I like leaves your body drained. I just dislike it. So I will then force my own body to suffer for like, hey, I'm just going to be super sedated and for like the next 8 hours while my body refocuses. But you are the opposite. You are, if you need to vomit, you're a guy. You'll go. The smell of the porcelain for me, I know would do it in a restroom. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's the way for you, but you're the type of guy who usually you'll go, hey, I'm just going to go rip the Band-Aid off.
I just
and
want
get
it
it
out.
done.
Yeah,
but you didn't do that this time.
I didn't. I know. Like my body will tell me when I've hit that point of no return. Typically for me, it's like my hands start to tingle a little bit. So if I get to tingly hands, then
that's a good call.
Hand on the back of the shirt.
So when you know you can't avoid it,
yeah,
that's when you're not going to say, boy, I know I'll feel better if I do it, so I'm going to go try to make myself do it. You're not going to do that.
Nope.
Okay.
If I can't breathe through it, then once I start having the tingly hands, I know it's coming. That's when I'm going to the John, and I'm going to Ralph.
Now, the last kind of all-encompassing question I have for you.
Yes, sir.
I know that you mentioned friend of the show, Leanne, helped coordinate this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the way Leanne Disney vacations. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's a whole ecosystem based on the way Leanne Disney vacations. Mm-hmm. Are you guys today, the Steve family, a part of some Disney Points Vacation Club? And are you guys currently planning or talking about the return visit to Disney World?
The first part of your question, I will say no.
You're not in the Disney Points Club or whatever, okay?
We're not in the vacation club. We did stay at the nice hotels that the vacation clubs are a part of.
Yeah.
I don't really know how all of that works. I choose not to.
Yeah, it's like you buy points and points are good. Certain, I don't know. When I was planning Disney, I had reached out to Leanne about it, and she explained it, and I thought that's a little bit above my pay grade and wherewithal. Mm-hmm. So you're not a part of the Points Club?
No. We are not a part of the Points Club. Whether or not there will be another trip,
it's a big one.
I think there will be.
Okay.
At some point.
Are you telling me nothing's on the books right now?
Nothing is on the books.
Okay. I wonder if before the end, if you had to guess, you going radio silent about it, right? Let's say you don't mention the word Disney in this house again.
Yeah.
Do you think you will make it to the new year before you, or not you, before Annette brings it up even casually?
The new year?
That's 6 months.
I don't think we'll
No,
make
not going before that, but thinking
I know.
thinking like, hey, next year, we could, what about spring break? Because you guys, you will do something around the spring break time, I believe.
Kyle, I don't think we'll make it to dinner today without it coming up again. She talked about how, and I'm on board with this too, because when we were coming back from one of the parks one night, we said, hey, we're going to take like the long way back to the hotel. Yeah. So we went on one of those Skyliners, which is like the gondolas that connects a couple of the parks and the hotels. And then we took a boat ride that takes you to, I think it's like the Boardwalk Hotel maybe. that's like in Epcot or right next to Epcot.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, this is really cool. And we looked it up and we're like, oh, it's pretty expensive too. But I think we want to do Epcot at some point.
That is a better adult one.
Yeah, it definitely is. But we're looking into possibly doing that down the road at some point. But then after we left Disney, we went out to my dad. My dad has a timeshare out by Cocoa Beach, the Cape Canaveral area, and that's where all the cruise ships come in and out of. And we saw this one cruise ship, and we were like, "Oh, maybe we do that instead," because it's one of those cruise ships.
It's got like a theme park on it.
You know how some of them have like the water slides. This one had a legitimate amusement park on the back of the boat.
It's just you and me here, right?
Yeah, just us.
How the do those float?
That's a good question.
I'm not a boatsman, man. Like,
they're made of steel.
How does that float? Like, it's millions of pounds.
I have literally no idea.
Can't do it.
No?
No.
What if it sinks? So if we said...
Of course I'd go. Yes, that sounds great.
If we said, hey, Kyle,
yeah,
we're going on this cruise. Mm-hmm. You got to come with us. Mm-hmm. Bring the fam. They got a water slide on the back. They got roller coasters and everything. You'd be there, right? You'd be in. Couple grand.
You've got that Narcan for... Nope, that's not it.
No, Narcan. No, that's that's if you have like...
an overdose.
Yeah, like an like an opioid overdose, and your heart stops.
What's the nausea medicine?
For nausea, heartburn, indigestion,
like
upset stomach, diarrhea.
Sickness pill you can take,
Pepto-Bismol.
or they have patches now that you could put on. Yeah. If we've got that, I'm absolutely giving it a whirl.
Okay,
absolutely. Katie's been talking about going on a cruise for years, and I have kept saying
we are a family cruise. We're going.
I've kept saying, can I Ralph over the railing? Because I'm going to have to.
Yeah, Ralphing in the sea. It's just the same as Ralphing in the John.
And I believe I'm feeding the wildlife at that point. Yeah. So I'm almost like contributing to the ecosystem.
Self-sustaining ecosystem.
If that thing sinks, I'm never letting you forget it.
Hear me out. Steve and Kyle Podcast Cruise.
Oh, your coworker does one every year. Okay?
Who?
Andy Rent.
Oh, of course.
Have Andy get us the hookup with that company. We'll run a podcast cruise.
Right.
Like a 3-dayer in a lake, because that's...
The cruise is just...
Just keep circling the perimeter.
Just us in a canoe.
And then hot dogs over the fire.
Which is also in the canoe.
Yeah, and the stand-up comic canceled, so now we've got to do entertainment.
Well, I can't wait.
2027, the Steve and Kyle Podcast Cruise. Bring your own canoe.
Stay focused.
We'll provide the hot dogs and the comedy.
Maybe, can you post, would you take part in the Steve and Kyle Podcast Cruise?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to see what the percentage is. More importantly, I want to see the total number of people that say yes.
Well, I mean, we've got so many social media accounts that, we'd probably be in the hundreds answering this. Right?
Well, that was a fun recap of the big Disney trip. I'm sure that I'll remember more at later times and more info will trickle out.
Yes. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, I think you guys will be back next spring.
I got to show you a picture of this boat, man.
The cruise?
It's amazing.
Can't wait.
At Steve and Kyle, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. A lot of stuff posted in the last couple of weeks that you'll need to see. We should. I'll send you those pictures of us on the Tower of Terror. You guys on the Tower of Terror. Maybe we can crop them, do a nice side by side.
Yep. You have to check out the side by side as well of Steve on a roller coaster on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and me on Slinky Dog Dash. That'll be posted as well.
Still disappointed we didn't get on Slinky Dog Dash.
You didn't?
No, it's just too late, or too long of a line, and too hot to stand in that line. But so we might have to make a trip back just for one ride. But anyway, at Steve and Kyle again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and we'll talk to you next week.